STP was cutting corners.
Department of Transportation lawyer David Goodnight says Seattle Tunnel partners should have to pay penalties for more than 2 years of delays in the State Route 99 tunnel project. The state says STP failed to properly train staff and did not test or sufficiently operate the tunnel boring machine, a TBM, better known as Bertha, before starting the 2013 dig.
Each of these contract provisions are mandatory, and they're all included for very important reasons. And every one of them was violated.
And as a result, the state told jurors Bertha broke down in December of 2013, putting the project on hold for more than 2 years.
The evidence will show we weren't perfect. We were learning how to run the machine better. But none of that had anything to do with the damage that occurred to this TBM.
STP's attorney told jurors a much different story. STP blames Bertha's breakdown on a steel pipe that Bertha hit and sent to the surface in December of 2013. The steel pipe had been buried by WashDOT years before, but STP says the state never told contractors about the pipe until after it was struck.
It took them 5 days before they came to us and told us, hey, the steel pipe, nearly 100 feet long, we put it in there 11 years ago. We should have told you.
STP says the state should be on the hook for more than $300 million for the damage to Bertha and the subsequent delays. The state maintains the pipe was not to blame and that contractors had been warned. The state's attorney also made sure jurors heard that several pieces of that pipe that supposedly caused the damage were either lost or destroyed by STP. Jurors have been told the trial could last 10 weeks. In Olympia, Drew Mickelson, King 5 News.